All right, y'all. I ain't gonna waste no time. As you see, we got it pre-installing right now on the screen. 2K22 on the next gen. You also got it on the current gen, PlayStation, all that good shit. So make sure y'all go ahead and pre-download that now. Get that shit going, man. I'm just gonna get y'all what I've read so far. I will link to this. I'll put the link in the description of exactly where I'm getting all this shit from. You'll see it on the screen and everything once I get it up and running. I'm not doing no edits. We gonna get straight into this shit. Y'all can see everything that's going on with everything. You know what I'm saying? So let's just go ahead and get this shit popping, man. So as you see, 2K22, my career. It says it's about 15 minutes. I'm gonna just kind of skim through, give you the kind of main parts of everything that's going on, what you need to know, all that good shit, man. So just bear with me on everything we got going on right now. Um, Straight into the my career shit. You're gonna have a bunch of side quests, storyline quests throughout the city. And by the way, most of this shit is gonna be mainly just about the city. As we scroll down further, you're gonna see some current gen stuff with the ship. It's not a whole lot that they give as far as information, so just bear with me when I kind of go through everything. Um, like I said, you got your side quests. Excuse me, a host of side quests, various city locations. You have more specifics. Everything is going to be catered around everything you do as far as in the city, reg program, all that good shit is all linked as part of your story. Everything's going to be kind of behind the scenes while you're also playing stuff. So it's never going to be just full on out cutscene storylines and shit, which is what they're trying to do is kind of cut out the cutscenes, make it more focused on the gameplay itself and everything else around the gameplay. So that's to me that's a good thing. I'm tired of the cutscene shit. Let's be honest. I think most of us are. Excuse me. My player is a high school star with a hit social channel featuring videos of him just embarrassing amateurs on the playground. You just moved into the city with a friend and business manager, Ricky Bennett. Got big plans, want to take over the basketball world, but want to get into music and fashion, which is where this whole rap shit comes in, and being a music artist and fashion and shit. And apparently, as we get further into it, there's stuff about runways, aka modeling shit, getting into clothing, music. I've seen in trailer video. There's also that I'll show you guys too. That in that trailer they talk about uh or they don't talk about, but they show video of them in the studio in the booth and shit making music. So hey, if I'm looking at it from a perspective of realistic shit going on right now, look at Dame Lillard making music, hooping, balling the fuck out. There's a lot of players that have done it. None of them been successful, at least not full on as successful. So hopefully, you make something out of it. But build your draft stock through pickup games, college, the G League, training sessions, interviews, and more. Story hasn't left my career. In fact, it's become more immersive than ever, allowing you, the player, to dictate the terms. There are many paths you can take, many side hustles, but it's up to you and your friend to find the right path. Um, we talk about the NBA intrigue. Once you make it, navigate a complex set of circumstances that we don't want to give away just yet, but they involve different conversations with coaches, GMs, agents, and the press. Find yourself right in the thick of behind the scenes drama NBA fans enjoy as the full on NBA fan experience. So of course, I'm sure that's entitled to like beefs and on court, off court things that go on based on your responses and stuff like that. I know Kendrick Perkins is on here, so he gonna talk his talk on this game. I can already imagine how that's gonna go. Um, get into characters. Um, I saw in the video that we're gonna watch as well. There was folks from older 2Ks, the other mod players that have been in it. So keep an eye out for them as they're doing like main quests and side quests. As far as I know, they'll be on the game too. Um, which, speaking of quests, here's talking about the new quest systems, kind of like open world RPG as we've seen. Once I show the video, I'll do some pauses and stuff like that in between, so you can kind of refresh what I'm talking about here. Um, where they have like you go into different places, they'll have like the little arrows or whatever above their head, exclamation points, showing that these are people on the sides that you can talk to that may be part of your main quest or your side quest. I'm sure they'll have different colors like they did for 21 Next Gen the first time. So that'll keep things kind of going in an open world RPG style of game. Like I said, music and fashion. You want to lay down a track, a professional recording studio, uh, pursuing outside interests in these always fascinating industries, yada yada yada. They're introducing a personal brand, which they'll keep track of everything you do on and off the court and assign personal brand points to a variety of characteristics like free spirit, flashy, corporate, fundamental, and more. Your actions influence your personal brand, and your personal brand dictates what off court opportunities are available, which to me, that's like how you would gain fans. In any other 2K recently, you gain fans, play well, and you get more endorsements. That to me, that's what that sounds like. They just kind of changed it up how they did it instead of being based on fans. They just did it the personal brand. Like I said, talk about our side quests, um, experience outside of the main story arc. Mentioned music and fashion above. There's a lot more, ranging from races around the city, which I'm pretty sure that may include those go karts that we know about too. Um, Everything you do in the city, I mean everything earns you MP points. NBA and city games, interviews, side quests, and runway walks, like I mentioned, among other things, all bring you one step closer to becoming MVP of the city. The ultimate goal for any 2K baller. MVPs of the city unlock a penthouse apartment, quick access to affiliation courts, and more. No matter if you're a city player, NBA enthusiast, or somewhere in between, you can become an MVP of the city just by playing the game the way you like to play it. Take it how you want. Um, we already know about the seasons that's been out for a while. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like nine. I think it's like 9 seasons, 9 to 10. And as long as you get 4 seasons where you hit level 40, and it doesn't have to be in a row, just 4 seasons level 40, you reach legend status. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this kind of plays out. People are gonna be trying to be like the quickest to level 40, all that good stuff as far as the race to being a legend goes. Who's gonna get it first? So it's gonna be very interesting of how this plays out. Um, but the thing is, everybody can be a legend as long as you play it at your own pace and you get those 4 seasons done. So my thing is, if it's me and I'm looking at it from a perspective of I want to go and hit level 40 every season that plays, do I get something extra because I did it that way instead of just going for 4 in however way fashion I decided to do it? So that would be interesting to see how that kind of plays out too. Wasn't really much detail on that. They say it's a new city. It's kind of got a rework. It's been more condensed. There's not as many skyscrapers around, but there's still skyscrapers around. So hopefully there's no bad gameplay when we first got 2K21 next gen and how shit was so laggy you couldn't play it because of everything that was going around it. Hopefully this is the same thing. It's not like that. Um, so we'll see. Some of the courts have been changed. They've moved everything around, brightened it up a little bit, added a little bit more color to it, let it pop some more, um, altered some more of the look of just the overall depths of the city. And from what I'm seeing back here, which I've seen on Twitter from Power DF, they did a zoom in, and this looks like the Ania building. So it looks like y'all getting 24/7 stage. I don't really play it too much, but you never know what happens, you know. So like I said, they talk about a whole new city. They've changed and added some new locations, like a coffee spot to have conversations, farmers market to kind of scroll through, and apparently a whole new mall feeling to it. So everything as far as like the stores and everything is going to be inside like a little walk through mall. So that's kind of cool. I like what they're trying to do, make it a little bit more of like that realistic feel of like being out and running around, running the streets and shit. So that's going to be pretty dope. However, we still don't know anything about really the gameplay, and that's what worries a lot of us. From what people are saying, those that have been playing it, leaked and all that stuff, they talk about how the movement's pretty much the same. But the biggest thing is online play is a big deal. When online play isn't where it should be with that latency, that's where the problems really occur. So we're only seeing shit from a perspective of play nows and blacktops. You're not really seeing anything as far as online latency. So that's going to be what really determines how everything plays out for a lot of 2K heads. If we're playing and the latency and the response time isn't good as far as online goes, we've already taken that L. So we'll have to see kind of how that plays out and plays a part in the gameplay. Daily quests. 5 new daily quests that will help you earn rewards like VC, XP, personal brand points, MVP points, exclusive gear, and more. A lot of variety of which you can do, ranging from completing statistical milestones in City NBA Pro-Am games to earning endorsement cash for promoting local businesses in creative ways, to taking selfies in front of city landmarks. Typical shit. You'll meet people like Zach Levine, cover every inch of our new and improved city while completing quest objectives. And like I said, cross every team that every eye or someone who's just looking to place daily quests. Like I said, they'll have things over their head, and they'll also, from what I'm saying, have that as well on current gen. We'll get to that as we kind of scroll some more. Like I mentioned with season XP that we already know, level 1 to 40 with rewards. Each season rolls around, you're getting some new shit. You get a bigger reward at level 40. I think the first one that we know about already is the go kart at level 40 for the first season, so we already know what to expect for the most part. Like I said, level up to 40 in 4 seasons. Doesn't have to be in a row. You'll become a legend. They won't give us legend reward stuff information right now. Hopefully, it's not terrible. I really hope not. But we'll see. They'll be doing updates every 6 weeks. The season will change in ways both profound and subtle. And something about a city slam. We'll see what that's about. Then, of course, during those seasonal opportunities, you'll have new quests. It looks like every season will introduce 4 new seasonal stat quests, pushing city balls to do things like score a ton of points, throw down vicious alley oops, and drop dimes. More over the course of an entire season. Top of it, every week there will be 1 new race of the week. As you can see here in this screenshot, you got a dude riding on a bike, finish lines, like full on races with people across the city. I guess trying to beat records and stuff. So it's interesting of how they're going about this, and of course it's going to be on just the next gen consoles because it's just a city. And you'll have the chance to win 1 million VC. It'll be one person from PlayStation 5 and one person from Xbox Series S that will have that opportunity. You'll use one of the various vehicles available to you: skateboard, BMX, bike, etc. Which I know there's also like rollerblades too. So it'll be interesting to see who uses what. To kind of win them the little extra VCs and everything. This apparel news was actually released already. I swear if I get dunked on myself with Crocs, I'm probably gonna lose my shit. But it'll probably happen. Cause yeah, I'm only really looking forward to the marathon clothing like I was for 21 as well, because RIP Nip, marathon continues. You already know what it is. It's gonna be interesting to see how Drake stuff kind of correlates into everything too. So we know 2K is gonna try and pound us on VCs. Matchmaking buildings. Now this is interesting because it's been requested, but the biggest thing, there's a lot of drawback to this. So as you see, 3v3, player versus player, no squads allowed. So you're just hopping into it, and whoever you get with, whoever they get with, is what happens. And the biggest problem with that is nobody likes randoms. Let's be honest here. We play 2K with randoms, and it's like almost the worst experience ever. When we play against other people with randoms, they seem to be having the greatest time ever because everybody's just about themselves. It's a very selfish community. 2K community is very fickle about a lot of shit, and I know I'm not lying because I know a lot of y'all feel the same way. We are too against one another rather than trying to uplift one another and really try to build 2K the way it's supposed to be built. We're too busy going at each other's necks. Like right now, people are going at each other because people want to play current gen on next gen. Now, me personally, I want to go play next gen because that's what I spent my money on, was to play next gen games. However, if the game isn't up to par, like I can't be like, oh, I'm never going with the current gen. Like I'll play it. It's going to be disappointing because it's not really what I want to do personally. But if people want to play current gen, hey, by all means, do what you do. I personally feel you should try out next gen. If you have a next gen console, see how you feel about it. And if at that point you're just like, not really feeling it, by all means, do what you do. That's just me. So yeah, I don't really like this idea. 3v3 player versus AI, we already have Core Conqueror for that. That's just me on that too, and that's with squads. So that I don't think that makes sense to have us do squads against AI, but you can't have a squads in matchmaking player versus player. But you can do a squad for cage matches. Why is this still a thing? Personally, I'm not enjoying that, but whatever. 1v1 player versus player. This is going to be very interesting because if it's gonna get you games quicker, you're not really sitting there waiting on spots and shit like that. That should be very interesting. To have 1v1 players going at it nonstop and just quick stuff, kind of like a rush event. That's gonna be pretty good. So we'll see how that goes. They brought back the affiliations, which we know is North Side, Western, South City, Beast. We know how that is. But now what they've done to change everything with the XP system, they're giving you 20% XP boost for playing games on your home court. So they've removed, it looks like, the penalty that you were getting for 21 next gen, and they're just giving a boost for being in your own stuff and just leaving it standard anywhere else you go. So that's good. To me, I still think you should probably get a little bit, just for the fact if you're playing in somebody else's, because you're going to their side of town. You're pushing the limit of what they can and can't do against you and what you can and can't do against them. To me, you should get something out of that, but I understand it. They want you to really be pushing your own affiliation, so they'll probably be bringing their affiliation battles and stuff like that. So we'll see how that plays out. They talk about events. Apparently, season 1 in 2K22 is the Chips Ahoy Weekend Challenge, where the winning baller takes home 1 million VC. And of course, they don't want to give away too much. And of course, events will update with each new season. The Gatorade course that we knew about from 21 Next Gen, which you had to pay VC to rent out for a certain amount of time. They've removed the charge and added the ability to hop on a Gatorade private court whenever you feel like it. Small change, but maybe one that we think will improve your quality of life in the city, which it's good for those that want to really practice their craft with, usually that has a latency to it of online play that we experience on 2K. So hopefully it's actually a good plus for people that want to go in there and kind of work on their jump shots, test out their dribble moves and packages and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see. Now, Neighborhood, aka the Yacht. So they call it the Concha del Mar. Nintendo's, so PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC set sail in a neighborhood that moves. Competition on high seas, from the lobby to the top deck. Each level of the ship is artistically designed, yada, yada, yada. So here's the lobby. Let's see what this looks like, because I didn't actually look at it. We're looking at the lobby area of this. To me, this looks like that main lobby. If anybody's ever played like the old school 2K footballs, that's what that looked like to me. If that makes sense, like your crib. Just me. Ship is constructed with 5 tiers, starting in the lobby on deck 4. Once you board the cruiser, make you feel as if you're actually on vacation. To help you get situated, Heather will assist you in navigating the ship, or for tutorials to help accommodate your stay. She's one of many NPCs that you will assign your quest during your voyage. So you, like I said, you're getting some quests that you'll be having as well, and NPCs on current gen 2. Your mod court. I mean, hey, we don't really expect too much with this. You walk in, you have a court. Probably be able to design it a little bit, edit it, you may be able to get some games in there. Boom, you're done. When you're ready to settle in, take the elevator to deck 8, where you'll find your My Court Pro-Am games and team practice facility. My Court is essentially your home base, and you can choose to customize it however you want. Colorful mural on the walls, yada, yada, yada. Competitions around every corner on the cruise, and some of the best competition will take place in the engine room. Pro-Am 3v3 games will be accessible to you, but only if you join a Pro-Am squad. So you have to be in a Pro-Am team. You can't just walk on. You gotta be in a team on that. Rewards as you work your way through the ship. You'll find any up game room, restaurants, daily pick'em, daily spin, deck on 14. We know how that goes. More rewards that they want to share, but they can't. The restaurants, one of the top daily rewards, the restaurants would do more than just serve fine dining. They'll also give out gifts and boosts a couple times per season, which you won't want to miss. That the boost part is great. Wonder what gifts. That's interesting. So we got top deck here. This is where your games look like you're getting played at here. These look like, okay, so this here, get this out of here. This area here, I see a lot of the beach of 2K21. Kind of worrisome, but you're on a boat. So, I mean, I guess there you go. Gatorade training facility is right there, so that's actually a good thing. You don't have to go fucking running a mile away to try to get there. But I mean, even that looks somewhat similar. They just kind of moved everything around. As far as game modes, resting above deck 14 is 15. Duh. Which features 2v2s, 3v3s in the Gatorade training facility, which has everything you need to keep your conditioning at elite level. We know what it does. Once you finally reach deck 16, you'll find numerous courts waiting to host 3v3 games and even a new 5v5 court with park rules. Surrounded by a lazy river properly titled The Moat, you'll be able to easily identify which NPCs offer side quests because they have an exclamation point floating above their head. In addition, the top deck features a reality show called The Goat Boat. You can interact with members to receive more challenges. Goat Boat. Season excursions. This is what really is kind of the tone for everything. To avoid getting cabin fever, the cruise will dock at a myriad of locations this year. Seasons will serve as the gateway for exciting new excursions, taking you to tropical and recognizable locales each season. Launch of every season will lead to more fresh content, new rewards, and unique events for you to engage with. There's so much to do on and off the cruise, bolstered by thrilling new events without giving too much away. You're not on the horizon this year for some things you'll have to see to believe. So to me, you'll be able to, it sounds like you'll be able to dock in these certain locations. You'll be able to get off the boat and play in these locations until it's time to move on. Now, I think if that's like throughout that particular season or towards the end of it, you go to certain areas, like that's, I don't know. But it seems cool. I'm not gonna read their little thanks to everybody crap. I'm just not gonna do it. It's just so let's go ahead. We're gonna check out their trailer real quick and let you form an opinion on that as well. Now I'm gonna mute that down because we don't know how the music gonna be with the copyright stuff. I'm just kind of gonna go through it a little bit with y'all, so we can kind of see how things look. I'm gonna bring it back just a little bit. This is part of like the dining area that they were talking about. It's part of the strip mall that they was just there. We know that's gonna be the Knights right there with the the sign on the walls, our castle, our courts. Right to the NBA. And we know that's Brickley. He work on your jump shot. You gonna be good money. You know what I'm saying? You be good. And this just reminds me of the same old stuff a little bit. Taking selfies. You can already tell certain animations are about the same. You can see little bits and pieces that are different. I'm not really too worried about how City looks, but more so of how this gameplay looks. Some of the gameplay animations are the same, which I can see off top that a lot of us already know about. Some of it actually is different, but it's not a whole lot that you actually get to see that's changed so much. And this is what I was talking about. You're having the ability to kind of walk into these places without all the extra cutscenes and stuff. As you can see above me, these are like your goals and stuff that you need to do for the day, part of your quest, where you need to go to meet up with those people. As you see the diamond there, just let you know where you need to go. Also on the far side as well, talking to people, getting through the rest of your quest. See the October's very own stuff. Let me go back real quick on that city map. So this map, like we already established, is pretty much the same shit that we've already seen with the map already. But you can also tell it's not as profound and large as it has been. It's more condensed, it's more refined to everything being in closer proximity, so you don't have to travel as far to get to these places. Jackson Ellis, we know about him already. He's also one of those Quest folks, going down a runway, dancing like a weirdo. Um, this is the race stuff we were talking about. You got to beat certain times. Talk to Ricky about getting an agent, which is the dude your best friend. Club 2K, like I said, in the studio, laying down a track and shit. There's gonna be so many people trying to be rap artists on this game. Skateboards back. Let's see. So this is rooftop courts for Vipers. Now is this 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? That's 5v5. Bad 5v5 on the rooftop. Okay, I doubt it'll ever really get used. Just like the Kobe court was barely ever used. So, and this is the mall area that I was talking about, where everything's kind of just laid out, kind of like an outlets. So that's pretty dope. Brickley's got his own gym now. That's it had one anyways. I don't know. Go back. So what was his shirt? He got a Nipsey shirt on. I seen it. We good. As I said, you got the game in the booth already, so I'm guessing you'll probably be able to do some music with him, which is, hey, if it's giving you a little extra something to do when you hit that level 40, hey, do your thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Free walkouts during the games. We know that one. We know that animation, that jump shot landing. Same old shit. Big perk. Carry on. The other jump shot animation. That landing. We know how that goes. Block. I guess it's really only but so much that we're really seeing out of this, man. And the biggest thing is we want so much more as a community, but at the same time, we can't expect but so much. Being in this 2K community, we got to realize that at the end of the day, we got to do better. They got to do better, but we got to do better to help them be better. They got to be willing to talk with us as the community, people that actually play it, like a Joe Knows and Ticino and people like that really put time and effort into the content for you, into what comes out of it, with the builders and the gameplay and the events and stuff like that. To me, it's better to have people like that around the gaming atmosphere to help build your quality content of a video game that so many people have to play, because this is the only basketball thing we have right now. There's no live. So you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta put your time in. But I'm done rapping. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. I gave you as much info as I can. Again, I'll do some linking down in the description for the features and previews for 2K22 that I just read off, so you can read them yourself, as well as I add the trailer 2 into the description. Make sure to leave a comment down below which version you get into the game. I'll see y'all when 2K22 comes out. Also, I'll see y'all for some Road Company, man. Y'all be easy. One love.